I'll put you guys back over here, okay? All right, so those are my TikTokers that are still left here. We always start on with you guys first. Um, so that way, we can build up a little bit. And then I always get on the other platforms. So good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Hello, YouTubers. Hello, Facebookers in the world. I'm also on TikTok. So what I wanted to come on here tonight and ask you guys kind of briefly, right? I wanted to ask you about like being or having spiritual warfare, right? If any of you are going through like spiritual warfare, right? Sometimes it's not you. Sometimes when you're off, when things are going on in your life, I've come to understand and realize that sometimes it is not you. Sometimes there are actual beings or people that are trying to block your blessings, right? That are trying to block um, your greatness, as I like to say. So I did want to kind of just share with you all, um, a situation that happened to me, and then how I actually was able to get that spirit kind of up off me, right? Um, and so Tuesday I got on TikTok and I talked to you all about it. And I wanted to come on today because today is a good day for some of you all to get a cleansing, as I like to call it, or get yourself cleansed, or as I like to call it, a spiritual cleansing or a deliverance. Okay. um, and so I'm gonna just give you kind of like my backstory or kind of where this whole came from. So if you guys are, currently watching the what is it, on Stars or HBO? I can't remember. But if you're currently watching the series P Valley, right? P Valley recently, on their most recent episode, they actually just talked about in that episode, they kind of talked about root work, right? So down south, you guys are very familiar with it. Some of my TikTokers have mentioned that down south, a lot of you guys are kind of familiar with that term root work, right? I'm from Chicago, so up north, we don't really talk about root work, right? We don't say like root work or things like that. Really up here, if you go to or know anybody that's dealing with um in the church, they'll say that, that's the devil and certain things you shouldn't do. But we all need a cleansing, right? At some point, you need to be cleansed, you need to be released, you need to be delivered. Okay. And so there are different ways. Now, I personally did not go through like having root work done on me, but I did have a gentleman actually speak over me spiritually and help cleanse me. So that's what I wanted to share with you all tonight. So last year, I had reached out to, actually, no, I'm sorry. He actually reached out to me. I'm going to say that. Last year, actually, a gentleman had reached out to me. Um, his name is Prophet Eagle. And he came in my inbox and he was like, sister, I have a message for you. And if you're open to it, I would like to share it with you. Now, because of my past and because of some of the things that I have experienced in the past, I am open to those kind of conversations. So I know some of you guys, if somebody comes in your inbox, you may be thinking like, oh, this person is on whatever, and you may not be open to it. You may not take heed to some of the information, right? But over the years, I have come across some people who have, kind of reached out to me and said, hey, I have a message from God for you. I have something to tell you. And what you guys have to know and understand is God uses other people to speak to us. So a lot of times you guys say, oh, well, I've been praying to God for this and praying for God for that. Well, sometimes he sent you a person that can answer that prayer and you may not be paying attention. Okay. You may not be paying attention, but a lot of times your prayers are answered through people. Okay. He's going to send people in your life, situations, things are going to happen that are going to drive you to be able to get a different outcome. All right. So in this particular case, he reached out to me. And when he ended up, so I was open. So he reached out to me through Facebook Messenger and we had a conversation. At that point, I knew that this man had been sent directly from God, because it was things that I had literally just asked God for probably like less than 48 hours before. So I'm like, it's no way, ain't no way, unless you got a recorder in my house. Right? I'm like, it's no way that you could know, he could have known some of the stuff that he said. And he said it with such conviction, like exactly how I asked for it. Right. And so I'm like, okay, I'm open. So now at that point I was open. I was a little more open. Right. So let's fast forward maybe like a couple of hours later, because that day he had reached out to me. We talked via the messenger, but then we actually got on the phone a couple of hours later. And so what he shared with me was I needed to do a cleansing, right? That I had a soul tie that was attached to me that we needed to remove. All right. So at the time I was dating a guy and I had allowed him to come live in my house while his apartment was being ready. So he was like in between. He had just ended a lease with an apartment, and the apartment that he was just waiting on them to do whatever approval, so I guess he was like in that limbo. So I was like, okay, well, you only need a week or two to stay here. You could stay here for a week or two until you get your place. Well, a week or two had ended up into like 3 months, right? So during that 3 months I was able to see like really who this person was. You know how when you meet people and you're dating them, they could say one thing and they can say this and say that, right? Mm-hmm. But it's different when sometimes you're living with the person and you can actually get to see their actions. So actions over words, right? So the person that I was dating, I liked, because the words, could be words at that point. But it's different when you're living with somebody and get to see how they are in the morning, when they wake up in the morning. What are their habits? What are their daily routines? What are they doing at night? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's a totally difference when you're actually living with somebody versus dating somebody. And when you're not living together. Mm-hmm. So I was to the point where I was like, you know what? Yeah, this ain't gonna work. So I was like, all right, God, come on, let this apartment come through, because I hate to have to put this man out on the street and he got to do what he got to do, but oh well, right? So this particular day came and Prophet Eagle came and reached out to me, right? And so he said, we got to break this soul tie. So what he had me do was open up a window in my home. And then he asked me, do you have any holy oil? And I was like, no, I'm just not getting into the whole church and kind of getting my relationship back with God. So yeah, I don't got no oil in the house, right? But I did have olive oil. So he said, okay, if you got olive oil, we could use that. So I'm like, all right, let's go ahead. Let's see what this is about. So he had me get olive oil. He had me take a sip of olive oil. All right. He had me take a sip of olive oil to coat my throat. Because what he said was, what we're going to do is we're going to do a cleansing for you. All right. We're going to cleanse you. Whatever spiritual tie you have, we're going to cleanse that. So he ended up, I ended up getting a towel. He told me, get a towel, pull a chair up and sit right in front of the window and open the window all the way up, the screen and everything. So the window is just wide open. So that way, whatever I'm coughing out is going to go right out the window. Okay. So this man, I promise you guys, we was probably on for about almost an hour, because probably 30 minutes with him. And then at the time, his fiance last year, now they're married, but then his fiance, Prophetess Melinda, got on with me for another half an hour and spoke a whole nother other kind of healing over me in my life in that other 30 minutes, right? But I'm going to just tell you this. Less than 48 hours later, I forgot what had happened. Something had happened where I texted him and I said something to him. And he was like, you know what? I got my keys to my place. I've actually been here the last couple of days trying to get things together. I'm just going to come and get the rest of my stuff. I was like, okay, come on here, guy, right? So literally that next day, he came, got all the rest of his stuff. It wasn't much. I ain't gonna say all. It wasn't much. He got the rest of his stuff, which was a bag or something, and that was it, right? And then he was gone, and we was done. Like that was it. So I really couldn't believe it because I'm like, okay, I went from here contemplating about leaving this person and removing them out of my life. And then he did this whole spiritual cleansing with me. And then literally the next day, gone, boom, bam, right? But the other thing that I have found out about that man was he was utilizing God and God's word, right? Like he's this God-fearing man and this and that. But then, like I said, because I had them 3 months to be able to really see kind of who he was, he never once read or opened the Bible. He didn't, it was certain things that he just didn't do if the way that he was saying. He said he read scripture and things like that, but I never saw it. So I'm like, okay. But it was other things that I'm not going to go into all the things, but it was other things that was said, but the actions did not meet, right? And so a lot of times, sometimes ladies and gentlemen, when you guys are open and you're dating and you're praying for certain things, sometimes the enemy, I'm gonna say the enemy will send you exactly what you thought you prayed for. But all the time, it's not necessarily really who God sent, right? So you got to be careful too when you out here and you asking for certain things, because as soon as you think you got it, you'll be like, oh my God, I met this person and this and this. But then this is why I always like to say, like, when you're dating, you meet a representative with most people. Everybody is not real. I know I'm a very rare that you guys get in front of you on a regular, a realist, right? That you get in front of you that can actually be open and real and honest, especially in business, right? So when you're meeting people, you're not really getting the real person. Most of the 95% of the time, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say in my experience, 95% of the time, I learn later on who the person is, like a year later. You done met this representative, and then eventually people gotta let that guard down because it be fake and phony, right? Because that's that bullshit. So they're not giving you the real them. Then you start seeing other things happening and other stuff going on, and you like, hold on, right? And so this is another reason why we have to be very careful when you're dating. And you have to take your time to date and get to know people and talk to people, right? So fast forward. That was last year. Fast forward to what's happening now. So in December, around December, I got a message from a lady on Facebook, right? And she was telling me, Queen, I'm reaching out to you. I'm getting this kind of energy that you have a lot of envy around you. You have a lot of jealousy and you have a lot of hate around you. And unfortunately, you are such a light that it's kind of unfortunate that you had this kind of energy around you. And so I'm like, damn, right? So then a couple of people started kind of matching that energy that she was speaking of. So that was in December. And so when she started off trying to come in and give me a word, but then she got to asking for money and stuff, and that's what kind of threw me off, right? Because I feel like when you are led or God led to give somebody a word or a message, that should be genuine. And if I want to tip you or something after that, then that's my decision. But your first thing shouldn't be like, well, sister, I got a word from God for you, but I'm going to need your Zelle or your PayPal account first. You get what I'm saying? So that's what threw me off with her energy, because she messed everything up when she got to asking me for the money. And I'm like, damn, well, at least let's go over my cleansing or my review first, right? Then we can talk about some money. But it's like, right. So that her initially coming to me, I didn't feel it was genuine, right? So I left that alone. That was in December of 2021. Fast forward maybe like February of this year, 2022. Now I get another young lady in my inbox, right? Totally different person, page, picture, image, everything, right? Because I always go through the people profile page and look at them, see if it's a real page, if they're a real person, all that, right? So another lady messages me in February, like similar kind of thing, right? She's literally saying the similar kind of thing, like, look, Queen, I have a message for you. She pretty much was saying like I should be I should be in a different growth pattern in my life. I should not be where I am in my life, but there is a blockage on me because somebody has a spiritual blockage on me or put some type of curse on me. So when she said that, I was like, how's somebody gonna put a curse on me and stop my blessing, right? I'll admit I was a little, I don't want to say arrogant, but I was like, not believe. I'm like, I didn't believe that somebody had the power to block my blessing. Okay. I didn't believe that at first. So, and that's what she was saying. Like, you need to do a cleansing because there is hate and jealous and envy, and there is someone who has put a blockage on your life. You should be at a different level in life. You have a different light, a different calling on your life. God knows who you are. You have a different type of gift, but your gift, your light is being dimmed by this person. And I just really could not believe that. Right? I'm just like, okay. But again, here we go again with the money, right? So it's like they come in with it, but then they're like, okay, what's your Zelle and what's your Cash App? So I was like, okay, look, thank you, but I'm gonna keep it pushing. Right? Now let's fast forward again. Now this is the end of April. End of April. Now I get a message from somebody on Instagram, right? Now, this young lady, I'm familiar with her page because she's like a yoni, she sells like yoni eggs and oils and scents, and she has a decent following, right? So, and I'm rarely on Instagram. So I don't know what happened that day that I was even on there that she ended up messaging me. But again, same message. Okay. Okay. Same message. Same exact message of the envy, the hate, the jealousy, the blockage. But I'll admit, this sister got a little more deep, right? She got a little more deep in her message with me as far as to what she was saying. I mean, we all know that I'm in Chicago, so that wasn't nothing. But what she was saying specifically was Chicago, that there is a black cloud here with me in Chicago, that I'm limited here in Chicago with what I could do. And she was saying that I have been thinking about moving, which I have. It's been talking to y'all for years about me moving. That once I go to this new city, that a lot of stuff is going to change my atmosphere, the people around me, blah 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 blah. Right. So, I was listening. Right. I was listening. So she did talk to me, I would say, a couple of paragraphs before she got to asking for the money. Okay. So I wasn't mad at her at that point though, because I'm like, you gave me a lot of information, and I had to share with her like literally the same thing that you're sharing with me. Two other people came in and had said the exact same thing verbatim. You just kind of went way more into it, right? And so I don't know if I've shared that with you guys or not. I know TikTok, you guys have heard a lot more. But I have shared that that this is the reason why I don't do so much in my city, right? This is the reason why I don't really hang out with people. I don't go out. I don't network. I don't talk in Chicago because I always felt that. I've always felt that energy here, right? Of the envy, the jealousy, the hate. So when I do go out, I clearly see it. So that's what makes me be like, all right, I'm gonna just stay back in my bubble, like God has kept me. Because it's the reason why he keeps you in this bubble. It's the reason why he keeps you kind of locked away from going out and people and things like that, right? And once you kind of learn and understand your life and your calling and your assignment, you'll understand that. So cool, fine with that, right? So what I told her was, look, I appreciate you, but what I'm gonna do is I have somebody that I actually trust, that I know who cleansed me before and it helped me and it worked. So I'm going to do the exact same thing. So what I did was ended up reaching back. Exactly, tropical people. You go where you are celebrated, not where you are tolerated. Exactly, right? So what I did was I said, okay, I'm going to reach back out to Prophet Eagle because he is the one who genuinely came in my inbox, genuinely helped me that day, genuinely cleansed me, didn't ask me for $1. Not $1. I didn't even tip him last year. Now this year I tipped him because I went to him. I called up on him. So I tipped him well. All right. But I had to think about that. I was like, hold on, this man came wholeheartedly. What you should do when you are doing God's work, right? So like I tell y'all, some things I give y'all for free, some things I'm charging you for, right? But when I'm led to talk to you, I get on here wholeheartedly and I'm not asking you to join a class or a workshop. You get what I'm saying? So it's a difference when you are genuinely doing what God told you to do and when you being led versus you using your gift to get money out of people, right? Now, not saying that that those three women didn't have a gift, but the way that they came across with it, I didn't like it. So I decided not to work with them, right? But it's still real. That's what I want to say. And then the other thing was they kept saying reading. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to do no psychic because I remember Pastor Hannah told us we not doing no psychics. If you want to go to God and you get cleansed, that's one thing, but we're not doing no psychics. So they kept saying reading, 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 and that kind of threw me off too. So again, with Prophet Eagle, he kept saying deliverance, a spiritual cleansing, right? So that was more of what I wanted to in line with, right? And so that's exactly who I called on. And the reason why I'm sharing him with you guys tonight is because this man does this wholeheartedly. So every Tuesday and Thursday at 7, it's 7 o'clock right now. He has a line, a prayer line that you can get on and you can go on and you can talk to him and you can actually get delivered. Okay. You can do it on there or you can have a one-on-one conversation with him. Totally up to you. But his calling and his assignment is all about removing the witches, the warlocks, the curses that are on your life, right? So that way you can open up and you can expand. And the other reason too that I knew something was going on with me was I have been in a great place. I have done a lot of work to get to my peace, right? And my zen and my meditation and my happy place. And in that month of April, I noticed that I was angry. I noticed that I had a little road rage because usually I don't have road rage no more. I've been let that stuff go, right? So I'm like, hold on now, right? I noticed that my mood changed. I noticed that my attitude was changed. So I said, all right, yeah, it's something going on with me. So that's another reason why when that lady did reach out to me, I'm like, okay, maybe this is real that somebody can actually put a blockage on you or put some type of witchcraft on you or root work or whatever kind of stuff on you. And so when I got that cleansing, we did the same thing. He ended up calling me, and he had me sit it. I was in my house. He had me go to the window, and he actually had me coughing. He had me get the olive oil again, and I had to take a sip of it to coat my throat. And as he is speaking, so I'm only thing I'm doing is focusing is coughing from out my gut to get this spirit up off me, up out of me. He is on the phone on speaker, literally speaking. He's saying everything. He's doing all the wording. He's the one that's rebuking. Get this warlock, get this spirit, get this witch, bind this curse. Like he's the one speaking all of that. And what my job is to do is to cough all of that mess up out of me. All right. Now, this is how I know this is real. Because just how I'm talking right now, I'm not coughing. I don't have any kind of film in my throat. I don't have a cold, none of that. All of a sudden, like less than 3 minutes, less than 2 minutes in of him talking, as I'm coughing, I start filling up my towel with thick white clumps of film. Now, not regular film, like when you coughing up a film, you got a little white in it with the cold. No, I got clumps of white chunks coming up out of me. I took a picture of it. So when I looked in the towel, it was like a whole ball of white clumps in the towel. Let me type his name in. Let me see if my assistant is still available. Maybe she could get on here with me. I mean, maybe she could type him in for me. So TikTok, I'm gonna show you guys the screenshot because I want you to take a photo of it right now so you can join the line. Okay. So TikTokers, I don't know how clear you can see that. Can you see that? If not, I'll turn the page. I'll turn this camera around to show y'all. Oh, there she go. Can you tag Prophet Eagle? All right, y'all. I'm trying to get her to do it. So she's getting ready to come on and put it in the comments. And I'm also going to put the flyer information with the name and with the actual dial-in information. Because like I said, when you have people that are literally out here doing good God's work, we have to share it, because it's a lot of people that's out here and they'll use their gift and strictly for monetary. But I can literally vouch for this man, because like I said, wholeheartedly, we'll get on the phone, pray over you if you needed anything. Like it's not very many people, you know. I'll say, I don't want to say it's not a lot of people, because it's people out here, but you got to have your discernment, you know what I'm saying, with who you talk to and who you open up to, and you know who you allow in your spiritual space. This is why I am so protective of my space, right? Of who has access to me, who can actually reach me, touch me, you hear what I'm saying, be on the phone with me, have conversations with me, because all of that matters. And so the other reason why I'm really talking about this too is, as business owners, right? As those of us who are business owners, we have to literally know and understand this, because a lot of your blessings can be blocked because of the people that you have around you, the energies that you have around you. A lot of the people, I hate to tell you this, but a lot of the people who are in your face on a regular daily basis are not happy to see you win. I hate that the world that we live in today is like that, but I have more clients that have become friends that I actually know and trust, versus people who I actually used to call friends that I thought I knew and I trusted. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people, especially if you grown, like if you 30 and up, 40 and up, and you moving on in your life and you making moves and you done started your business and you not hanging out as much anymore. If somebody always got something smart to say because you not around, or you never doing this, or you not this, or you not that, pay attention to that. That's low-key hate. Okay? Because anybody that can't recognize that we grown, we 30 and up, I don't have time to be hanging out with you every day. I'm not gonna be able to talk to you every day. We ain't gonna be able to party and kick it in bull crap every day, because I got stuff to do. I got a business to run. I got millions to make. I got a staff to run. You get what I'm saying? So I don't have time. I can't be on the phone and playing games and going to this club and that club. I shared that with y'all. Some of y'all got to know and understand when it's time to separate from people, right? Some of you guys, shared that with y'all. My family and my cousins used to always talk smack. But baby, I'm building a business. I can't go to the club and kick it with y'all on the weekend on Saturday and go to the club and then it possibly gets shot up, because we in Chicago, remember? So it's always a fight or a shooting going on. So why, knowing that I'm the boss that I am, I'm on my road to $1 million. Why in the hell would I be going to a club in the ghetto, kicking it with a bunch of people who have no interest to what I'm doing? These people in the club partying, drinking, ain't nothing wrong with smoking, because I've shared that with y'all. I do believe marijuana is nothing wrong with marijuana. Okay. But outside of the kicking and the smoking and the drinking, right? But if that's all their goal is to just party every weekend, ain't nobody trying to do nothing, ain't nobody trying to buy no property, ain't nobody trying to get no life insurance, ain't nobody trying to make no money, buy no mobile homes, talk about investing, I ain't going. I'm not surrounding myself in an environment of people who just thinking partying and bullshitting all day. That's not the atmosphere and energy that I need to be in. I don't need that. So that's why this is my club. My office is my club. This is where you're going to find me at most Friday, Saturday, if I'm not at the crib. It's either here or at my house. Very limited. But everybody can't handle that, because some people gotta be seen, gotta be the life of the party, gotta be accepted, right? So this is another reason that I share with y'all in the lab, right? My newest program that I've launched, which is Life and Business with Patrice in the lab. These kind of conversations talking about life, right, are some of the things that you need to know and understand. And if you are a business owner and you don't have people around you that you can talk to and interact with, that is not only about the party and the kicking it and the BSing, then you need to get in the lab with other like-minded entrepreneurs around you, okay? Because you cannot grow being around mindsets that are not willing to grow. Some of y'all want to take people that are okay with being mediocre. There's nothing wrong with being mediocre and average in life if you want to do that. But if you know that you are not a mediocre average person and that you want greater, you want more for you and your family, you want abundance, you understand that it's more out here, you understand that your 9 to 5 is not the end all be all. If you tired of being stuck on one check or a government assistance, or you want better in your life, how are you going to get there if you're staying around the same people that ain't trying to do nothing? That means you have to separate yourself. Okay. You have to separate yourself. So you got to get in tune with yourself. You got to learn you. You got to learn with being okay with you. How many are you are really okay with yourself? How many of you can just stay at home and just kick it with yourself? I can all day, every day. I love the hell out of Patrice. I kick it with myself all the time. So much, I'm a Gemini. Me and my twin be kicking it together. Okay. But moral of the story is all of them different people and energies around you, it affects you. It affects you spiritually. It affects you mentally. And if you don't know that, then I'm here to tell you, baby, you do. Okay. It affects you wholeheartedly. Because if you want to go study, but then your friend Keisha like, girl, it's hot outside. Come on, forget them books. You ain't got time for that. And then you allow Keisha to tell you to forget them books. That's you saying no to your dream. That's you saying no to your vision, to your next level in life. That's you. That's you choosing people and friendships over your growth, over your kids' growth, over you breaking generational curses, over you trying to change a whole generation, right? The whole point of y'all having kids is to make life better and easier for your kids, right? So if your parents left you with a bunch of debt, do you want to leave your kids with a bunch of debt? I would hope not. So what are you going to do to make life different for you and your kids? What changes are you going to make that your mother didn't make, that your grandmother didn't make, that your grandfather didn't make, that your grandma, you know what I'm saying? What are you going to do different to make life better for your next generation? I'm an only child too, New Jersey, which is all the more reason I'm like, dang God, I'm 40. I just made 41 on June 7th. A week ago, I just turned 41. So I'm like, I have all of this vision. I have all of this stuff. Who I'm finna leave it to? Because I don't got no kids, right? Which is why those of you all with kids, I'm always on here in y'all behind. Some of y'all think I just be mad and angry and talking. Now, if anything, I be frustrated with y'all and how you out here living like y'all don't got kids. Some of y'all out here live like you don't got kids that's left behind. If you died tomorrow, do you got insurance to cover them kids? If you died tomorrow, is somebody gonna be able to take care of them kids? You get what I'm saying? Like, link, government assistance, Section 8, that stuff don't roll over. That stuff don't roll over to your kids. So you have to actively make the change. You have to actually be the one to break that generational curse. And for me, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be the one to break that generational curse in my family. But as of right now, I don't have no kids to lead this to. And as of right now, I don't have another family member that understands the value of what I'm saying and talking about, that will take this information and be able to roll with it. That's the sad part, to be honest. I be sitting here thinking like, damn, all of this sauce that God put up in you, you ain't even got nobody that can take the torch. Y'all got kids who can take the torch, and y'all ain't even trying to get them a torch to take. I don't. That's, if anything, to me, that's what frustrates me, because y'all tripping. Seriously. All right, it's 7:00. Let me put his info in here. Okay, see, the devil busy. Look at this. Look at this. In no God green earth had this man had no problem. Let me get on here today and I start speaking his name and sharing his name. And he messages me that they having problems with the Zoom meeting, that they can only help a certain number of people. And he can only use Messenger right now. But see, this how God work. I got Zoom. He can use my dang on Zoom. I'll give him my Zoom account to log in, and we're going to get this revival going tonight if y'all want to get on here. All right? So I'm going to let him know that. I have Zoom if you need a Zoom account or another one to log into. So let me know. I'm sharing you right now on my live as I speak. So if you see it, get on here and comment and put your information down. Also, some of y'all tried to join. Yeah, that's why you wasn't able to join, because the devil busy. The enemy hates. The enemy hates when I be pouring into y'all, and he can't stop nothing. You can't stop nothing, because, baby, we got a whole nother Zoom. I got a Zoom account. He can use mine. This is what I just tell y'all. Spiritual warfare. Some of y'all got a calling. Some of y'all got a purpose, baby. And you see, he don't even want you to get this clean in the day. But what are we? We believers over here. What are we? We are children of God over here. What are we? We have a calling and a purpose on our life over here, baby. So it's still going to roll. Whether he got to get on here and get on with me, with live with y'all, because I can bring him in, or we going to get on this sucker and he going to use my dang on account. How about that? See, that's why I said, some of y'all just need a cheerleader. Because some of y'all would have been like, oh, okay, it ain't working. Now, you got to understand, when you got a calling on your life, he going to put up so many blocks to make you think it ain't going to work. You got to be persistent. You got to know and understand, like, no, nope, it's still going to work. Nope, we still going to get it done. No, because when you just bow out, then you done let the enemy win. You let him win then. I don't stop. He be like, damn, she woke up again today. She get on my nerve. Yep, because he know every day I'm coming. Oh, yeah, you may have had me yesterday. You may have had me a little bit. My mood may have been down a little bit. But every morning, God wake me up, baby, that just lets me know I got another gift. Because every morning I wake up, it's a gift. It's a gift for you to wake up every morning. Y'all better start thanking him and saying, thank you, God, for allowing me to open up my eyes today, for me to be in the land of the living. This is my morning prayer. Thank you, God. As soon as I open up my eyes and I could see my bedroom and I could see my dog clearly and I can understand that I'm alive, oh, I immediately thank God. Thank you, God, for waking me up this morning. Thank you for allowing me to be able to see. Y'all, some of y'all don't even thank him for that. You don't even thank him to be able to see and hear and walk and talk and use your hands. Because do you know somebody had an accident yesterday and their whole life changed? Do you know somebody with sight went blind today? Do you know somebody wasn't able to use their hands, their feet, their legs? Also, because I do have the beginning stages of MS and my whole body was shut down, I understand the use of your legs, the use of my legs going out, and I literally had to crawl around my house like this, drag my body because I couldn't use my legs, literally. Some of you don't understand the gift. You be so caught up in the bull crap of society and today, and you couldn't take this trip and you couldn't get this bag. Baby, you got a roof over your head? You got hot running water? Do you have an AC right now while it's 90 degrees outside and somebody is scorching and dying of heat in their house? Do you have those basic necessities? You better start saying thank you, because it can be taken away very easily. So some of you ain't grateful for the gift that he gave you of waking up in life. That's maybe some type of spiritual cleansing that you need to have and understand, because that's real. And I had to be shocked myself. I shared with you in 2018. Everything got taken away from me. And I had to understand, as Tasha Cobbs, the gospel singer, likes to say, I had to be gracefully broken. God had to gracefully break me and build me back up. Now, this is the person who you see in front of you today. I am thankful for having water over, for having a roof over my head. I'm thankful for hot water. I'm thankful for my eyesight, for my hands, for my legs, for my ears, for my arms. So I say it and I speak it to him, because it was a time where I was walking around arrogant, like, no, I did all this. Like, no, I got this. No, I did. I. And I had to forget. Now, somebody woke me up in morning that allowed me to do this. So when you start saying thank you, addressing your higher power, whatever you want to call him, like I said, man-made religion. I ain't on here to go about religion. Man-made religion. God is a relationship. God is a relationship. Man is religion. So we ain't talking about religion. I'm talking about a relationship with your creator, your higher power, whoever you want to call him. God, Most High, higher power. People call him Buddha. Some people call him Jehovah, whatever you into. Just stay tuned and stay in tune and stay always daily saying thank you. Because what you don't understand is you watching somebody else's life on social media, and half these people ain't even living the life that they posting about. Half of these people living worse than some of y'all, and you over here praying for somebody else's life and don't even understand the blessing that you got until it gets taken from you. Then you gonna know. Then you gonna know when something happens and you lose it all. When you lose your house, your car, your dream job, all the bags, the jewelry, then what? Then all you got is your soul. But if you somebody like me, baby, who could lose it all and then get it all back, oh, you cold. Oh, you cold. You cold. You did some work. You did some inner healing. You did some soul searching. You did some spiritual work. You did some cleaning. Okay? But if you ever lost something and you was able to pull yourself out and get it all right back, baby, you cold. You cold. Bless you. You part of the society. the secret societies, I like to say, because there's a lot of people that lose it all and they lose their mind. They don't know what to do. He ain't responded yet, y'all. We waiting. We waiting. Did my assistants tag his page, tag his page in there for y'all in the comments? Because that's the only thing with StreamYard is I can't. Let me see. Can I get on my own Facebook Live? Oh, she did. She's around you. It affects you. It affects you on my own Facebook Live. She tried. She did it. I just did it too. So I just posted it too. So you guys have his information directly. But I'm waiting to see what he want to do. Man, I tell you, the devil be hating. That's all right, though. That's all right. That is okay, baby. That's one thing you can't do is stop nothing around here that God got for us and his people, baby. Delayed does not mean denied. I need y'all to remember that. No, he's not on TikTok, y'all. So right now, I told him he needs to get a TikTok page so I could come on and have him on live with me. So right now he is only on Facebook. But don't worry, I'm trying to get him over to TikTok so that way we gonna just host the day. And then I am also doing an event with him too, because I'm doing an event with him so that way we could do spiritual cleansing for business owners. So tentatively, we looking for locations right now, but tentatively the date will be July 30th. July 30th or July 31st are the dates that we're looking at. So I got some quotes now, but until then, you can definitely get on with him. So I'm just waiting on him to respond back if he wants to do that. If not, then it will be other days. So I'll just keep going on. What y'all say on here, Pastor Patrice? I don't know. I don't ever think I'll really be a pastor, go through that whole thing, but who knows? We'll see. But however God decides to use me in life, I'm gonna roll with it. That's the best I'm gonna say. Okay, right. Let me share y'all. Let me share this with TikTok real quick. So, why is my screen so dark with y'all? This is really bothering me. All right, there I go. Because I ain't like that. Y'all could probably see me clearly, but I could not. You say, how do you manage and organize all of your business ventures and projects? Girl, I'm gonna be sharing some. I'm gonna be sharing some of that with y'all in the lab. But in a nutshell, time management. That's the best that I could say. You got to have time management. And I also have help. So I have assistants. I have virtual assistants that help me in different businesses. But time, like I literally have to schedule time to do tax credit academy stuff. I have to schedule time to do the consulting, the business stuff, the in the lab with Patrice. I have to block off time for that. So time management, I would say, is the biggest thing in business. Especially if you have multiple businesses, you have to block off and schedule your time. Like before I did that, I was all over the place. And I'll be honest, I still have some days where I struggle because the type of businesses that I do have, stuff can just come up, especially, in financial services. I may have a client that needs paperwork, right away or immediately, or, it's all kind of stuff. So my main three businesses, you have to schedule the time out. Time management is going to be your best friend whenever you have different business ventures. Tasha, we waiting. I'm trying to see. I asked him if he wanted to go in through the Zoom through my account because he said that he's having some issues with his right now. So I'm just waiting to hear back from him at this point. So I'm just still on speaking about what I was speaking about until he responds and lets me know what he want to do. But like I always say, delayed don't mean denied, right? We may be delayed tonight, but it don't mean denied. Oh, y'all want the flyer again. Okay, hold on, TikTok. So he did state that there is an issue right now with his flyer or with his Zoom. So take a screenshot of that, TikTokers. Go ahead and take a screenshot of that. And then also let me show you his profile page. So that way you can go to his profile page as well. That's his name. So it's Prophet Eagle, all one word, and then space I King. Okay. So you take a screenshot of that, and then you're good to go. But yeah, for those of you all who are, in business or you want to start a business, you don't have people around you that you could talk to, that you could communicate with, that you want to start taking classes, because also in the lab, I'm about to open up summer school. Okay. Lori, I tagged him all in the comments. So if you go through my comments, you'll see his name in there. I tagged him as well as my assistant Catherine tagged him. So his name is Prophet Eagle space I King, all together, one word. YouTube, I don't know if you guys, let me because I'm on here through StreamYard, so I'm not on here through Facebook directly or YouTube directly. I'm streaming through StreamYard on here. So YouTubers, I'm gonna just type in his name and you could just search it on Facebook. But you have to search it exactly the way I typed it, because it's Prophet Eagle, all one word, then I King. Okay. But again, business owners, right? Because outside of being in business or starting a business, we have life. So this is the part that I'm talking about that happens in your life. Outside warfare, jealousy, envy, hate, right? So again, you can't have these kind of conversations with everybody. You may need to get in the lab, because then you'll be able to interact with other business people like yourself, other people who at least, and you don't have to have a business. You could be wanting to start a business. You could just be wanting to get your life together. The lab is life and business with Patrice, with me, right? Because I have done the work. I have done the work as an entrepreneur. I've also done the work as to healing myself spiritually, overcoming childhood trauma and drama, right? I shared that with my TikTok family, how I was treated differently coming up, right? I was a step kid. So I was treated differently in my father's house being a stepchild, right? That grew with me as an adult. I had issues from childhood. I had issues of being worthy, right? I shared that with some of you guys. So you have to do the work, especially if you are talking about starting a business, because those kinds of issues in that mood, in that energy, it will filter over into your business if you do not fix it. If you do not do something about it now, if you don't actively start getting therapy, going doing meditation, spiritually cleansing yourself out of hurt, anger, people that have harmed you, people who have hurt you, adults, parents who have hurt you. You have to cleanse that. You have to be able to remove that energy up off of you. Because when I was still mad at my stepmother, when I was still mad at my father, when I was still mad at my ex-boyfriend for cheating on me, my life did not match my vision. You get what I'm saying? And certain things was happening in my life that filtered over into my business. And so again, this is the reason why I created TheLab, so that way we could talk about life and business. Because as a business owner, you are still a person. You are still a human being. I know people treat us as if we are robots. If somebody give you some money, they want to act like they own you. It's a lot. Okay. So you have to prepare yourself mentally to, one, be a business owner. And then if you got all of these other issues going on in your life, baby, it is not going to work. Okay. Okay. At some point you are going to explode. You're going to overwork yourself. You're going to have damn near a heart attack. That's what happened to me. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of the stuff that I teach you guys, I've been there. I've experienced it. I can wholeheartedly say, as an entrepreneur, I can share some of these experiences with you. I can help you get past some of these things because I did the work, right? Sometimes you hire business coaches or people and they ain't never did the shit that they telling y'all to do. Nothing, right? Some of these people just out here charging you money, ain't been through nothing, don't have no receipts to show for it, none of that. Okay. In TheLab, I'm going to actually show you all a video that I made while I was living in my office. Because in 2018, I lost everything. So instead of me going to get another crib, another house, God told me to be still. So I moved everything into my office. Me, my dog, my furniture, everything I had. Whatever I couldn't sell, I moved into my office. And I lived in my office for 11 months. I did not have a shower, so I had to go to the gym that was 2 blocks away on 95th and Western to shower, or I had to go to my mother's house to shower. Or some days I did not shower. That's just the truth of it, because I was depressed. But I was still doing taxes. I was still meeting clients. I was still consulting people. I was still sharing my energy and my space and my advice when I was completely broken. But none of my clients knew that. None of my clients knew that I was in that back office sleeping in the dark with no window. Nobody knew that, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a lot when it comes to these businesses. And sometimes you have to sacrifice. You may have to sacrifice your life, your house, your car, your being. You get what I'm saying? So it just depends on what you go through. So the whole point for me is to try to help you not have to go through that. If I can help you start your business today, where you do not have to sacrifice and do something like that, right? Where you don't have to go through losing everything, where you don't have to go through talking to people who really don't have your best interests at heart. You talking to people and you sharing with people how you feel, but they talking to somebody else and sharing your business, or they talking behind you, or as soon as you get up from the table, they talking about you. God saw all of that. So he removed me, snatched me right on up. I need you to get on up out the mix. So I literally have been in my own little bubble probably like the last 5 years, like where I haven't really gone out. I haven't really interacted with people a lot. Like, I've been in a bubble for 5 years, but I know that it's my time to get out of the bubble because he told me to. He said, Patrice, now that you have gone through these things and you have completed, or not completed, because as I'm still living, I will always be in my assignment as I'm here. But now that you know and wholeheartedly understand the assignment that I gave you, right? Because I shared that with y'all. I've been battling with God for years about this assignment. We're talking to y'all. We're educating y'all. With me being frustrated with the African American community because y'all sometimes don't want to listen to me about credit and money and taxes and doing the right thing and getting your finances in order. And I was getting frustrated with talking to y'all. And he was like, no, you are birthing something that has never been done before. And thank you, God, for Pastor Hannah and Pastor Jamone Glenn with New Life Southeast Church. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. I just want to say that. Thank you, God. Because I don't even know where I would have been if I ain't had that access to them, to that church. Okay. That's one thing I like about Pastor Hannah. He is non-denominational. He teaches you to have a relationship with God. And that's what I was able to build these last couple of years, is my relationship with God. And that's what I'm sharing with y'all. More of you need to build your relationship with God, and your life will change. I promise you. There is a lot of work to be done. It is not easy. There are going to be days where you want to give up. You're going to tell God, I don't give a damn what you're talking about today. And let me be honest with y'all, if you're new to my page and my channel, I am a realist. God is not mad at me because I curse a little bit. Okay, that's y'all. That's, again, people. God ain't up there saying, Patrice, you just said damn, now you're going to hell. Some of y'all put emphasis on too much. The realest people in this world, we curse. Okay? Some of the realest people that you ever meet in life curse. And it's the reason why we do that. Okay? So don't allow a little cussing to get you thrown off. Because yes, I am a believer. I believe in God. I believe in the higher power. But I'm a realist. I'm honest. And I may curse a little bit. That's who I am. That's part of who I am. That's part of my channel. That's part of what I do over here. All right. So if that bothers you, then yeah, I ain't the one for you. Okay. But as human beings are the ones that put all of these stipulations, not God. All right. That's man that does that. So build on your relationship with God. If you still smoke, drink, curse, party, all of that stuff, that do not mean that you can't have no relationship with God. If anything, he will help release some of that stuff up off of you. But see, people are the ones that'll be like, oh no, don't do this and don't come this and don't do that. And that's the reason why you have the society that we have today. Because you guys put restrictions and limitations on people when it comes to God and building their relationship with God. Ain't nobody perfect. So quit acting like you some holy Christian and you this perfect person, baby, because you was not always. All right. So some of y'all need a reality check. Some of y'all be on this sucker all high and mighty, like you ain't behind closed doors cursing, fornicating, doing all type of stuff, talking to somebody else's husband or wife. Like, baby, come on, don't let me go there with you. Huh. Don't let me go there with you. New Jersey. I know, right? It be that way. You say, I prayed this morning that all of my divine connections would be healed. Come on. Healed. We speaking that over your life. I have been struggling with the be still. Sydney, come on here, queen. Hold on, Sydney. I got something for you. Sydney, you have been told to be still for a reason. I don't know what your reason is, but all he's telling me to tell you is, yes, you are to be still right now. And if anything, I would say you need to start meditating. You need to start getting in a space in the morning and at night. And you need to literally be in the dark so you can hear him. If you got to go in the bathroom, if you got to go in the closet, turn your closet into a prayer room. But you are in a space right now where you have to be still. I don't know how long you got to be still. God will tell you that. But you got to be open to be able to hear him and receive what he is telling you to do in this time, right? So one of the things that I did to start being able to hear him and hear him clearly was I started meditating. All right. I meditate 30 minutes in the morning and I try to do it at night. I don't always do it at night. I'm trying to get better with it, but I definitely do it in the morning when I start my day. Right. So I'm going to share that with you. But that's it. Like, I'm not no prophet. So, but when I just read that, I literally just like felt that. Right. that in agreement. I would say I would touch and agree with you in this aspect of he is telling you to be still, because there are moments in your life where you will get that, and then you be wondering. That's why I said I'm sharing with y'all for free right now. But when we launch right now, we got the early bird offer for the lab. The lab is $47 a month. It's a monthly membership. But when we launch on June 25th, I will not be speaking like this on these open platforms. I will only be having these kind of conversations in the lab. Okay. But this is what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? Right here. With you having a spiritual struggle right now, there are times where you are going to have to be still, and you're going to be so frustrated because you're going to see things, people happening around you, and you're going to be like, God, why am I sitting in this moment? You're going to feel like you ready, but then eventually, whenever he ready, he will show you why you had to wait. Because I was thinking that. I was like, God, why am I sitting? Why am I not launching this program? Why am I not birthing what I've been saying I want to birth? Why are certain things not happening? But I see now. I see why he didn't launch me last year into, just because my videos went viral last year. A lot of people kept saying, I really should have kind of profited off of that, right? I was not focused on me and no PPP video. I didn't even know that was going to happen, right? The PPP video going viral, then my other video went viral, right? So I had a lot of traction on my page. Most people will automatically go for it. They'll start putting more videos out, more content, trying to build their following up even more. I damn near shut down. I was like, oh, Lord, no. You get what I'm saying? I was like, I ain't with this. I ain't with all these people in my space. I was getting all of these people coming on my page, commenting, liking. Then I was getting this warfare. I was getting people trying to say stuff about me because of the PPP video. They was mad because I was taking their money from them scamming people. And I'm like, God, I don't have, like, I was still, I still had Peaches in me, as I like to call her. Right? Peaches is the old me. Peaches was the me that was like hanging with my cousins and we was ready to fight. Right? Peaches was me that'll pull a knife out on your butt. Right? Like Peaches was like, oh no, like I was arguing with people on the internet. God had to pull me back. Like, baby, see, we can't do that. You can't be on here arguing people. I had to remind myself, Beyonce ain't on here arguing with nobody. When y'all talk about Beyonce kid, her husband, nose, nostrils, all that blue ivy hair, Beyonce ain't on no internet responding to nothing. I said, I got to have a mindset like Beyonce, like don't nothing faze me. Because in business, people, when you get out here on the internet, people gonna have an opinion of you. People gonna talk, they gonna run their mouth, as I like to call y'all, some of y'all on here, wolf talkers, right? Internet keyboard woofers, right? Just love to talk and stir stuff up on the internet. You just love to run your mouth and talk a little bit, but you ain't really on nothing. You just running your mouth. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not used to that, because in Chicago, we don't do that wolf talking. Wolf talking, them fighting words. You know what I'm saying? That when you wolf talking in Chicago, y'all know what it is. Y'all see Chicago on TV. It's a reason sometimes why you have all these issues in Chicago, because it's different here. You got to always be on guard in Chicago. You got to always be on your mooster. You can't never be off your mooster. You got to always be on point. You can't let your guard down. You get what I'm saying? So I'm 41. This new generation of people, this internet society, is keyboard woofers. They do a bunch of talking on this internet. But then if you see them people in real life and you roll up on them and you like, hey, we got a problem here. It ain't nobody, and then they go running away. Oh, I ain't say nothing. We cool, P. We cool, G. No, but you was on that internet talking real tough. Real tough, Susie. Now what? See, but that's the old me. You get what I'm saying? So God couldn't launch me last year. I couldn't launch the lab for y'all last year because I was still arguing with people on the internet. He had to show me, now, when you on a certain elevation and when you on a certain level in life, you don't address the peasants. That's why Beyonce got the Beehive. The Beehive do all the buzzing and the responding. Beyonce don't get on here and respond to nothing. She don't talk to these people who ain't doing nothing. This lady got tours and kids and families, and you get what I'm saying? She doing stuff. She's done her time. So I got to understand, I've done my time. I've done my time. I've been on here for 10 years talking and giving for free. So I don't have to go back on here and argue and forth with nobody that ain't did nothing in their life. Half the people that be running their mouth, you ain't did nothing in your life. You've accomplished nothing. So now you're a critic. That's the most that you can do, is critique somebody else who's trying to help other people, who's trying to empower a community financially with financial literacy and education and whatever else I'm going to bring to the table. And some people don't like that. But that's okay. I had to learn to let them be where they at. They don't deserve a response from me. I had to get in Beyonce mode, right? So this is what I'm saying, is sometimes in life we think we're ready, but God will say, no, you ain't there yet. So I need you to be still in this season. And sometimes your season may be a month, it may be 6 months, it may be a year, it may be 2 years, it may be 3 years, it may be 4 or 5 years. And this is some of the reason why some of y'all get discouraged, because your prayer is not answered right away. Because you are so used to watching social media that shows you instant gratification. Y'all think Cardi B just became an instant person overnight, but the girl been working on her music way before Love and Hip Hop was even on TV, right? But to y'all, the way social media presents it is, oh, she got on TV and now she an instant star. No, that's not really what happened. But that's what they're going to show you, and that's what's glorified, is this instant gratification. But that's not really how the real world works, especially if you are a business owner. And this is the reason why you have to get in the lab, so that I can teach you some of this stuff. Because some of y'all is unrealistic. Some of y'all think you're going to start this business and it's going to boom. And then when it don't boom, and when your friends and your family don't support you, because again, I teach you that your friends and your family don't have to support you. 9 times out of 10, they're not going to be your first buyers of whatever you're selling, product or offering. They're not. That's the reality of it. Every business owner hopes that their friends and family will support, but 99% of business owners realize that your friends and your family are not going to support you. Actually, these people on the internet that don't know you are going to be the ones that's going to come in and actually support you. And that is who you should focus on, because that also lets me know you don't know who your target market is. You don't have a client avatar. You don't know who you should actually be talking to. Because if you are making a post on Facebook or TikTok or Instagram, hoping that your friends and your family are going to support, you are an unrealistic business owner. I'm here to tell you, let me bust your bubble right now so you can get over it now. I don't want you to keep crying about it on the internet like I see a lot of y'all posting. Oh, my friends and my family don't support me. Quit posting that. They don't have to support you. And to be honest, you don't want their damn support, because half of them want a discount anyway. Now, this is why you have to learn business. This is why you have to learn marketing. This is why you have to learn mindset, sales goals. No, you get what I'm saying? I know you guys think, okay, I started this business, now that's it. No. If you are a first generation entrepreneur, you probably need to be in the lab with me, because you don't have nobody guiding you and hand holding you and talking to you and sharing these kind of real life experiences with you. Because again, you on here crying that your friends and your family ain't supporting, when all we got to do is get you a client avatar, throw you a marketing campaign together, and baby, let's roll. Today is one of the easiest ways in the world to start a business. I started my business in 2008 when you have social media. I had to get out here on the corner of Chicago. I had to get out here in the streets. I had to do networking events. I had to actually get out here and market myself to people to work with me. With social media, as business owners, y'all have one of the easiest ways to start a business. Literally. You could create all kind of digital products, marketing, run a Facebook ad, run an Instagram ad, and your business could be booming. And y'all sitting over here talking about some dumb friends and family. Hello? None of that. Right. We ain't had none of that. 05, 08. Again, that's why I say I'm a real business coach around here, because half the folks y'all paying now ain't been through crap, ain't did nothing. Just sharing other TikTok pages and information. You just getting a bunch of pre-recorded content. You can't even get on the live with them and ask them no real questions one-on-one to see if they really know something. So go on, tap in and get in the lab for $47 a month. That's the minimum. That's the membership fee. All right. With the membership, that gives you two. We upload video content every 2 weeks, every other week. So bi-weekly. Then we do weekly lunch and learn. So every Wednesday. So right now I've been giving you guys access publicly to my Wednesday lunch and learns. But my Wednesday lunch and learns are really for the lab. So right now, like I said, you guys are getting access to some stuff because I'm showing you while we are having open enrollment right now for the program. But once we launch on the 25th, you guys will not have access to those weekly lunch and learn. So next week is the last week that you'll get access to it like this, where I'll get on Stream Live and you'll see it on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else we're streaming at right now. But after that, you won't get that. It will only be for the lab members, because that's the thing, is now I'm only focusing on the people in the group. I'm focusing on this community. I'm focusing on the lab. Okay. So right now, membership is at 50% off. It's $47 a month for you to have an investment. We also have study hall. So study hall is where I have professionals coming in to talk to you guys, and they'll go over a topic with you every week, right? So some of my favorite people are part of that study hall. Gary Petador, Gary Atkins is going to be a part of that. Chuck the finance guy is going to be a part of that, right? So study hall is a whole nother other like live kind of, Q&A that you guys get. And then once a month, we go live in the group and we do Q&A as well. But then you guys also have access to video content. You guys also have access to resources. We just did a whole video on business credit, how to start the business from A to Z, from setting it up to getting your EIN, to creating your number, to looking up your trademark. All of that stuff we are going over in the lab, right? And so next week, next Friday, I'm launching summer school for the lab. So some of you guys need a little more hand holding, right? So we have summer school for the lab. So summer school, we have a 6-week course. And then we also have a 8-week course that we are rolling out. So solo to squad. Some of you are business owners and you need to be able to understand how to get yourself from just you to where you can actually bring in a staff, right? I've shared with you guys, I have VAs that are working for me. I have VAs that I'm paying like $5 an hour, okay, that are doing amazing work for me, okay? So a lot of times as business owners, you guys be like, oh, I can't afford it. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You just have to actually plan it. You have to do a little sacrifice, and then you got to budget it in, all right? But the biggest thing with business is you guys should be making money. I'm so sick of y'all saying you in business and you ain't made no money. How? How you starting these LLCs and these corporations and you ain't making no money? So if you ain't making no money, you really need to be in summer school. Summer school is business automation. We got business automation and we have solo to squad. Those are going to be the two programs that we have that I'm rolling out next Friday. They will come out of the lab. So You can still be in summer school and not be a member, but members get membership pricing. So summer school, I forgot. I don't want to say the price of right now, but your initial investment is going to be about $1,000 for the it's $997 for the 6-week program for the business automation blueprint, and the solo to squad is actually that's actually a inner circle kind of program that I have. But what I'm doing is I'm offering it to some of you guys like as a pilot, right? Because that program will be a $5,000 program. But what I'm doing is offering it to some of you guys for a $2,000 investment. But then so what you have, pretty much you'll be a case study. So if you decide to join at the $2,000 investment, you have to actually agree to do a case study with me where we actually go over where you started, where my company, where we took you to by the end of that 6-week session, okay, 8-week session. The solo to squad is 8 weeks. The business automation is 6 weeks. So those are the 2 summer school programs that we have, right? That's a separate program from the membership. The membership, you get a nice amount of stuff with that $47 a month, okay? Especially if you don't have the funds right now, because again, that's stuff that could be built up. We can build your credit up. We can get you funding, okay? You can get funding, you can get your credit up, you can get funding for your business, and then that way you can invest in other courses or classes if need be. You can charge it to your credit card, charge it to your business credit card, whatever, right? But that's the whole point. But you have to learn and understand, in order for you to grow, you're going to have to invest in yourself. There's no way around it. If you think you could just keep running this business with you, not paying for nothing, not paying for no kind of classes or workshops or coaches, you are going to be in the same place that you are in. All right. I've shared with y'all, I've spent over $65,000 these last 4 years now. Investing in myself, investing in classes, coaches, workshops, where I can continually come out with stuff with you guys, content, material, mindset, right? When you are in life and business, you have to constantly elevate. So if you stay stagnant, you're not going to grow. You get what I'm saying? So I know most of us are not used to going back to school, but it's almost, that's why I call it summer school, because it's literally getting back to basics. It's getting back to school. We pretty much got to go back to school. So when you learn some of these things, then you're able to go and you're able to thrive. You're able to have you a sales funnel. You're able to do a marketing campaign. You're able to run ads and make money for your business. But if you guys are all stuck on just posting and your friends and your family being it, then baby, I'll see you. I hope that you're not going to be in the same broke place next year, but you probably will. It's just reality. It's not me, it's facts. That's statistical facts right there. Facts, statistics, numbers don't lie, people do. All right, so he has not responded. So I guess that's it. We have to fix our phone. Oh, okay, yep. So delayed, not denied. So we are delayed. It's an other issue outside of the Zoom thing. So that's what he said. So that's fine. Delayed. I'm gonna just tell him delayed don't mean denied. We'll try it again another day. And then, like I said, he and I are trying to put an event together tentatively around the end of August. But if not, I'll keep y'all posted. But I gotta go. I thought I was gonna help get him on here, so I'm not. I gotta do a little more work before I shut down tonight. I got a couple more tax returns to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and log off. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. Let me just scroll up, because I know earlier a couple of y'all had asked me how I do something in business. TikTok, you know I ain't leaving you yet. If you got questions, put them in here now, because I ain't seen nothing while I was running my mouth. All right. I'm just going through Facebook and YouTube. If you guys want to get on my TikTok channel, you can. I'm Patrice L. Stewart on TikTok. I always stay on there a little longer. But I think that's it. Let me see. I'm just scrolling through now. Look, somebody on here talking about messages being delivered and everything. I'm telling y'all for real, if y'all got some spiritual issues going on, if y'all are angry and mad and hurt right now, you probably got some type of spirits up in you that you need to get called up out of there, casted up out of there. Because we walking around on hell. You on hell. They say hell is a heaven and a hell. No, you're on hell. Hell is earth. You were born into sin. Okay. We all have every single day. We have to battle the lifestyles, the living, the flesh, everything. Right. So all type of stuff. You could be eating and somebody feeding you poison. You don't even know it. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, definitely reach out to him. Cooley Mac, you are welcome, King. Definitely get in contact with Prophet Eagle. Because like I said, that's he's a true man of God that is really trying to help cleanse the spirits. And when I told him that, y'all, he was like, oh, this is what I do. We break them generational curses. We break them witches and them warlocks. Oh, yeah, let's get them curses and them devils all up off you. See, that's what you need. If you tell somebody that and they like, oh, you tripping, you ain't got this and you ain't got that. See, that's what you can't have every conversation with every person. This why you got to have you a spiritual coach, as I like to call him, right? You got to have you a business coach, a life coach. This is why you got to have certain things in your life to stay on task, to stay on target, because the world will put all of these things in front of you that's going to distract you, block you from your true calling, block you from your real blessings. And if you are not aware and in tune, you will miss it. And then you're going to end up living an average life like what most people do and not living in their true purpose and their true calling. And then you're just going to die in an average grave, and they'll have an average funeral for you, and we'll bury you like an average person. But some of y'all ain't average. Y'all like me. You gifted. You different. God made you different, and you got a light in you that you dimming right now. You got a light in you that you dimming right now. And I had to get on here tonight to remind you that you got a light in you that you're dimming right now. Okay? I'm talking to somebody. You have a light in you that you are dimming to make somebody else feel good, feel special. You have to choose you. You have to choose you. Okay? You have to choose you. You have to do the work. And you have to choose you. Because best believe they are going to choose them. I have poured into so many people, shared so many other people's businesses. Some people have never shared one post of mine. I have shared so many other people's businesses and helped other people make money, thousands of dollars. Didn't ask for $1. Didn't ask for $1 because I wholeheartedly did it out of my heart, my soul. But then when I look back and I start paying attention to some signs and some symbols, and I notice you go a lot harder for people that don't go hard for you. You're going to have to take a step back. You're going to have to stop promoting other people and start promoting yourself. Start making sure you eating. Start making sure you good, Patrice, because ain't nobody else doing it. So if you go hard for people, but them same folks ain't going hard for you, oh, it's time to reevaluate, baby. Now, I understand that I ain't gonna never get a me like me, because ain't nobody me, right? But some of us, when you good-hearted, when you kind-hearted, you allow people to sometimes kind of run over you. You be a little too nice. I'm here to tell you, stop it. I'm here to tell you to stop being so dang on nice. Because your kindness is not appreciated. Your kindness is not reciprocated. So when you see that, pay attention. You ain't got to address it. Just pay attention. I like to say, I just keep it in the back. I put a little mental note there. I put you in a little box. Now I know where to put you. All right, I'm out. We on TikTok. I think I went over everything here on YouTube and Facebook. They were speaking about the tarot readings. They got a story in the Bible when the Messiah cursed the fig tree in front of his disciples. I don't live in America. I'm in high school. I was one of the top science students. A lady gave me a shoe, and I could not think in class. I was healed. I seen those who left funds to kids, and those kids blow it, and you can pick the right one to lead the jewels to. Set up your estate with restrictions. Yep. Definitely levels to it. She has evolved. We talk about that too. How people should put stuff in trust in the states. All right, yeah, y'all making y'all comments on here. Cooley say, you talking to me in my Robert De Niro voice. Yes. Perfect, J. Rod. You found him on Facebook. Great. Great. If anybody else did not find Prophet Eagle yet, before I let y'all go off of Facebook, here's his profile page. I don't know how clear you guys could see that. Oh, there you go. You can see it there. All right, there's his profile page. So it's got an eagle on it that says seer, and again, it's prophet eagle, one word, and then I king is the second word. Okay. All right, so I'm out of here on YouTube and Facebook. We are going over to TikTok to finish up the last couple of minutes and questions over there. And the rest of you guys, I will see y'all in the lab. All right, whoever ready, let's roll. Because the lab, we officially launch on the 25th. So right now we're just allowing enrollment in this next 11 days. You do have content and access to video content when you initially sign up. But let's roll. I'm out. Facebook user, it's okay. I don't know, because you came up as Facebook user. I could probably see your comment on my real Facebook page. But thank you. We definitely have to walk in our calling instead of getting stuck in arrested development, because again, the world will have you in the matrix, but you have to learn to get out of it. And if you need help getting out of it, then I'm here in the lab to help you. All right, I'm out of here, y'all.